Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Claro. I'm the Technical Director of Purdicom, and today we're going to be talking about RUCKUS Cloud and how its simplicity meets better Wi-Fi. So the agenda for today is we're going to be looking at how its simplicity allows for scalability in a distributed network and how it's easily pre-built for a multi-service provider management as a service platform. So there are two ways to deliver RUCKUS Cloud. We either use public cloud, which is RUCKUS's own cloud infrastructure that's cloud managed. It's ideal for solution providers who are seeking a simple, quick-to-market way to start delivering RUCKUS Cloud managed networking. Or we have private cloud. That's using a smart zone virtual or physical appliance, and it's ideal for solution providers who are building and managing networks with bespoke WLANs and are ready to invest in their own cloud environment. For this part of the presentation, we're just going to be looking at the customer journey for public cloud. So why cloud networking? Well, maybe the IT department simply doesn't have time to manage multiple sites independently, to use multiple user interfaces for one network, to maintain, update and patch appliances, proactively address network issues, even know whether the network is meeting customer or user requirements, and to be strategic. RUCKUS Cloud is designed to be simple, and it's enabled with AI-enabled networking management platform as a service, also known as RUCKUS Analytics. It's built into the platform. It offers you a unified wired and wireless management platform, a single pane of glass from anywhere that allows you to manage from 10 sites or 10,000 sites. You have high-performance networking. We have the best Wi-Fi, the best multi-gigabit edge-to-core switching. We can manage all the switches from a single pane of glass. We also allow for RESTful APIs. We can enable automation via scripting and use that directly in RUCKUS Cloud. And we have instant analytics. So this is an additional cost to RUCKUS Cloud, where it allows you to look at the root cause analysis and remediation and AI-driven severity, as well as network health monitoring. So you can define your own SLA creation parameters and performance monitoring in RUCKUS Analytics. There is also a bundle you can buy where it's much more cost effective to buy RUCKUS Cloud with RUCKUS Analytics as one, and then every time you buy an access point, you buy that SKU, you have both platforms ready and working instantaneously. So why RUCKUS Cloud? Well, we have great performance, simplified management, investment protection, and lower cost of ownership. Again, cloud Wi-Fi powered by RUCKUS Cloud. So why should you choose RUCKUS Cloud? Well, out of all the different cloud managed offerings, we'll delve into more detail on each point during the presentation, but at a high level, we have great Wi-Fi. That's our core promise. RUCKUS is known for great Wi-Fi performance, even under challenging RF conditions. It's simplified management. We offer an intuitive UI, single pane of glass visibility, and flexibility to lower total cost of ownership and manage your entire wireless network from anywhere. Talking of lowering your total cost of ownership, with RUCKUS you can install fewer APs and still get better performance, saving you both CapEx and OpEx over competitive solutions. And of course, as investment protection, you can keep using your RUCKUS APs regardless of how you manage them. Unlike with certain competitors, you can migrate from controllerless or on-premise controller if your needs change without changing your access points. You buy the access point, you then choose which controller suits you at that moment in time and use it. There is no other solution on the market which offers all four benefits. And again, no other solution that can offer that. Unified management gives some of the day back to IT. We can provision, monitor and manage every site from a mobile app from anywhere. So you can monitor the wireless, the wired network across all sites from a single device or a web UI. We can easily create Wi-Fi networks or switch configurations, again, from the app or from the web UI in just a couple of clicks. You can even get detailed reports and analytics from a single click. Fully featured mobile app, so we can provision, monitor and manage. We scan the barcode of the AP or the switch. That will then place it in RUCKUS Cloud. We can then view our Wi-Fi traffic or our switch traffic to and from the network. We can also manage new networks, so we can add a switch access point, we can add a guest network, we can add just a traditional network, or we can add a guest user to allow them to have availability to the network. It's so feature rich that you can do everything from your mobile phone. You can also fully customize your captive portal should you have a guest network, so you can tailor it to how you want it to look. And you can also remotely reboot access points, reset passwords, and schedule network check availability as you wish to do so. We have simple provisioning and deployment. It's plug and play. We import this access points or serial numbers from the switches into RUCKUS Cloud. You plug the device in. Make sure the device has a DHCP address or a static IP address. RUCKUS Cloud will identify that, push the firmware, push the configuration, and then once it's done, you can use the network, you can use the access point. It is that straightforward. Wireless management, we have different types of authentication. We have employee or private networks. So of course we have WPA2 and PSK. We also have WPA3. Simple, easy passphrase security. We have dynamic pre-shared key, so per device key enhancement security of a standard PSK. Effectively, each user or each device can have their own encryption key with their own VLAN, and when they leave the organization or premises, you can delete that dynamic pre-shared key and it stops them from connecting. But it means you don't have to change the password on everyone's devices. You just delete that one key linked to that one user. Of course, we support 802.1x, or otherwise known as Radius. So it's enterprise-grade security with EAP authentication and AES encryption. It uses certificates, which you could then also link to CloudPath. So CloudPath can automate onboarding with .1x and certificates. You can even push your firewall certificate to end-user devices so that you could intercept their traffic and see what users are doing in terms of SSL encryption and decryption. We have guest and public network access. Open, come in, let everyone in, as easy as it gets. Click through, you must agree to my terms and conditions. We have passcode, they must be given a passcode before they can join. We have SMS and email, and SMS there is no charge for using it. You can validate the user during connectivity and collect some basic identification. Social media, we can use social networks to authenticate a user and identify them later. And of course we have sponsored guest. It's control access for trusted guest in an enterprise environment. And of course, with the guest networks, you can change what the captive portal looks like, brand it as your own. So wireless management, how easy is it? Well, we go to add an SSID, we choose pre-shared key, we provide it a name, we select the venue to make sure it can activate on any of the venues we choose, or maybe you only want it on certain APs or certain radios. We can do that from here. Select the VLAN we would like it to use, hit save, and it's done. Which then very neatly brings us onto switch configuration. Same premise again. Select the switch, we can edit the switch port, change the name, decide whether we want the PoE to be enabled or not. Maybe we want to select a custom PoE budget, we can do that. And then that's it, it's configured, that port is ready to go. Or maybe like me, you're old school and you prefer to look at the CLI. Well, don't worry, you can remotely access the CLI, and as you can also see, we support stack switches. So we can go onto the CLI of the switch and we can run any command line interface command we wish to use without having to configure it in RUCKUS Cloud via the GUI if we wish to do so. So cloud managed connectivity from a single interface. Currently we support Wi-Fi, Zigbee and BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy. But CommScope Vision for the enterprise is one which every element of the distributed connectivity and power delivery fabric is monitored by a single analytics engine and managed from a single cloud-based console. If you need better in-building cellular coverage, CommScope is the only networking vendor that offers you a licensed band small cell distributed antenna system. If you need private networks for critical applications like video, surveillance, communications or industrial automation, CommScope is the only networking vendor to offer this capability. How about fiber and cat cable that underpins the entire network? CommScope is the only vendor in the world to offer this end-to-end connectivity. The automated infrastructure management we use to monitor the physical infrastructure will be cloud managed too. Now if that sounds great, how do we try it? Well, RUCKUS do offer a free trial. If we click the link in the above slide, you'll actually be able to then get a free trial of RUCKUS Cloud. So, MSPs, how can we help you? Well, we have some specific licensing just for MSPs. When you purchase your MSP license, and it's a specific license for MSPs, you hold that, you own the license. You find the customer, You assign them their own license and set a convenient expiry date. You can then reassign the same license to a different customer at the end of the expiry if required, as long as the license is still valid. And you manage the service, no invitation required. You support them at a layer 1 and 2 support, as Ruckus do not know the end user effectively, and you manage the entire solution, all from a single pane of glass. You can even give a custom URL. So you could have purdicom.msp.ruckuscloud.com, and that would allow you to obviously manage your access points, your switches, and get your analytics. The setup is free. Apply for, if you ask your Ruckus account manager, you'll be able to get a 60-day trial of Ruckus Cloud. You can brand it however you want. You can add your own branding, your own logo, your own support info, your own custom pricing. You create the customers and you distribute your licenses. There's 24/7 support from Ruckus. And again, here you can see you can change the branding, you can add your own customers. It's really straightforward. And you assign the licenses from your pool to any of your customers. So how do we do it? We create a customer account. We give them a customer name, an address, you select the administrators, and you choose when their service is going to expire and select the number of assigned licenses. We then see that the cafe in this instance has been built. We can manage the customer admins, we can edit it. But what's the end user experience? Really simple. The customer receives the invite, they click and accept the service from the MSP, and the customer logs in to custom MSP's dashboard. So you've been invited, click here to get online. They enter in their username and password, they sign on, and they'll have their own branding. They'll be limited in what they can see depending on how much accessibility you've given them in terms of privileges. They can contact support, which will go straight to yourselves, or they can open a case as well. So it's that straightforward. Thank you for watching today's video.